So this is the 3rd gen Camaro engine. Now we are getting ready to install another oil pan, a homemade one, and a homemade pickup tube on this engine. So first thing you want to do, if you're changing your oil pan, basically this is simple. Just go ahead and loosen all your bolts. That's completely around. I have a more detailed video on removing your oil pan. You can check that out on my playlist, LS Engines and More, if you want more details. But simple, you got bolts all the way around this. Just go ahead and remove them. The oil pan will come right off. Pretty detailed. Don't you think that was detailed, Amos? Yeah, I think that was pretty detailed. Drain your oil before doing this or you make a mess. Once you get all your bolts loose, it should pick up without anything holding or binding. If it don't come up, then you pretty well got a bolt somewhere still in it or something holding you. So you need to make sure you get all those out and don't force this aluminum oil pan off. So this motor looks pretty clean. There ain't really much sludge buildup at all on this. Now we are going with a homemade oil pan, and a pickup tube has been cut down, so we will have to remove this pickup tube. It's held on by one bolt, and it's 8mm. Now I do make an adapter fitting that strengthens this, because sometimes this can move over time side to side and it can tear the oil seal. So I do make a upgrade for that pickup tube, which this engine will be getting. The last two is 13mm, and the ones we've been using to remove the oil pan in this was 10mm. It will pour straight up. Now your O-ring gaskets is pretty well, that one's bad.
You sure?
Yeah, it's kind of hardened. Still soft, but kind of hard. Oh, you dropped it. So your O-rings is color coded, and depending on the pickup tube you got, you need to match these up. Do not mix the color of your O-rings up. That can give you oil pressure issues. So be sure to match the O-ring with the right. See right here, guys, this got a lip on it. This one does not. This uses a different style O-ring than what we had, so that's something you gotta watch out for. If not, it won't seal. So we gotta go get an O-ring for this style, which Google is your friend on this. And yeah, just stay tuned. We'll show you what O-ring it goes on that. So this is the pickup tube. That's the homemade one. It's just been pretty well welded solid right here. It shouldn't give no issues. I don't know. This is the factory one. You can tell it's cut down quite a bit. Now this is going in a 3rd gen Camaro, and we saved a lot of money by just cutting down the oil pan ourselves, welding it, and cutting a pickup tube and welding it. So we're getting ready to install the pickup tube. Now the parts store gonna sell you the wrong pickup tube gasket. It did us no matter which one we went to. Seems they got a universal one for everything, and it just do not fit the way it needs to be. We took it out and you could see the gap it was forcing it. But these is the new ones, and we ordered them online. They came in just a few days, and that's the part number. And it tells you which ones you need in this little instruction booklet, depending on your tube style, which is the style of the tube. And we got the smooth one, and that would be black O-ring, and the other one will be green O-ring. So we need to use the black O-ring with this. Double check, Amos. But as you can see, it's a whole different size than this one. So we went ahead and put oil around the O-ring. Then we're going to stick it down in there and then torque it down to spec, which is for us going to be snug with the impact. Now there it goes. That fit good. That fit extremely good. Now the next step will be putting your bolts in it. Now I do make an added helper piece right here. We do have one, and what that piece does is help hold this tight here. this little piece here and keeps the seal from walking. It actually helps out. Now we'll go ahead and install this. So now we are basically drilling the rivets out of the old gasket so we can reuse the gasket. In case you didn't know, the rivet does have to be removed if you're going to reuse the gasket. Now that we got the gasket off, we put silicone with thin coat on the back side of it. You probably wouldn't need it because sometimes these gaskets are reusable. We just ease of mind just using some silicone on it. And then we're going to take a small bead and put across the top. And we should be good to go. Torque down everything. We got the extra bolt added here onto the LS. And that will help hold the pickup tube steady. These help hold it too. Right here. I said small bead, but that's a little thick bead, but it'll work. It'll smush out. This is the finished product. This is the homemade oil pan. We got everything tight, silicone on both sides of a gasket. Probably didn't need it, but just for extra, you know, peace of mind. The welds look great on it. Now this is a factory truck pan that has been cut down. And if you enjoyed this video and enjoyed watching, be sure to leave a subscribe and a comment. I enjoy hearing from everyone. And don't forget to show your support for my channel by smashing that subscribe button. Tons of content on stuff like this and other stuff. Just check the channel out. I'm sure it's something you enjoy. Thanks for watching again. See you next time.